Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your August reading. If this is your first time stopping by, and if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It does help me a lot to continue making these videos for you guys. Thank you so much. I do highly appreciate your love and support. I want to wish you all a great month. And now let's get started with the first week. So during this first week, I'm feeling that for those of you who are very religious, who might have been following a specific religion or a specific organization for some time, and you have someone who served as a spiritual leader for you, someone who you look up to, that was this father figure or this mentor figure for you. I'm feeling that now something has changed. Something is changing in the first week of August when you're starting to realize that they're not exactly what they're telling you to be or what they're preaching. They're not really doing those things, and you're starting to get disappointed. You're starting to see things in a different light, in a different perspective. Something is changing here. Something will happen that will make you feel like, wow, I've been following this person's guidance for such a long time, and in the meantime they're doing something completely different with their life, and they're not who I thought they were to be. So this is going to raise a lot of question marks when it comes to the organization as a whole, to your trust in them, to your belief system, and you're going to start feeling like, okay, something needs to change here, but you're also so invested, and that's your comfort zone, that's all you know, that now it's very hard for you to get out of this particular situation. And for some, it might not even be a specific religion. For some, I'm feeling it might just be your family's tradition or your background, your culture, your written not written rules that you just carry through generations, that just old habits, old ways of thinking that just don't work anymore for you. You're starting to rethink that, maybe starting to think time has come to get out of that comfort zone, even though you're not sure yet. You don't really have that courage to push forward, that courage to make the change. Because Tauruses, you guys do love comfort. You love to be to feel safe. You love to feel like you're protected. You have a group of people around you. This comes to the very core basic survival instinct. Okay, you want to be protected, you want to be safe, you want to have what keeps you good, keeps you safe. And now changing that, it's scary for a lot of you, and that's understandable. But in the second week with the Tower card, I'm feeling that this is a very strong Pluto energy here. I'm feeling that you guys are trying to hold on so much to this structure that it's not built in doesn't have a solid foundation. And this can be either your lifestyle, your way of thinking. It can either be your relationship who doesn't have a strong foundation of love, respect, dedication, and commitment. It might be your profession, your career, your job. You might not feel appreciated enough. Something is not built in solid grounds, and you are scared for this change because this change is extreme. This change means completely turning your life upside down, shaking that security that we talked about, that is so important for you. And that's what scares you the most. That's what has you, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I can really handle that. That's something that keeps you from making any real changes here. But from what I'm seeing with the Tower card, nothing would really happen. You might have a disagreement, you might have an argument, you might say a few things, but nothing is going to actually happen when you're a final breakup or getting laid off or something. Nothing final is going to happen, at least in the second week. But keep in mind, if the energy is blocked for a long time, and we ourselves don't have that courage to make that decision, the universe, God, our spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, they're going to make it happen that you either get laid off from your job, or your significant other decides to break up with you or something. So you don't have that courage to shake things, but an earthquake is going to happen, something that it's not up to you anymore. It's like basically the universe telling you, okay, this is enough, like this is not working anymore, you can't keep doing this, and now you have to let this go. This is not working for you. You have to let this go. You have to learn to close this chapter and start something new. I know you're scared, but you'll be fine. Just don't worry about it. Just have that courage to move on and release yourself from this old energy. As I said, nothing is really happening in the second week. Only a few misunderstandings or arguments, disagreements. Be careful also driving. The Tower card, sometimes it's an indication of being in a situation when a possible accident can happen. Nothing will happen, you'll be safe, but you might get scared. You might get like, oh wow, that was very close, like that was close. So always make sure you're always looking, you're always wearing your seatbelt, you're always safe. Just make sure you're safe as much as you can. Check your tires, check your vehicle that is running correctly, is running without any issues. Just be safe, okay? In the third week with the Six of Pentacles, what I'm feeling for you guys is when it comes to your job, your career, you are underpaid for all the work that you do. People are not appreciating you, and sometimes because you're so loving and because you're the type of person who doesn't talk back or doesn't give them a hard time, they tend to overwork you, give you more responsibilities and not enough pay. So you're always struggling to catch up with what you have to do, and you end up being stressed out, and I feel there is the general energy in the office, in your workplace. It's very kind of ungrateful, kind of toxic, and just taking advantage of you. Just everyone is just thinking about taking and not really giving. But it's going to help you. It's going to help you wake up, because what's happening here is that you are waiting for a certain amount of money that you were expecting, maybe in the form of a bonus or some type of payment that you were expecting. And I'm feeling that you're not nearly going to get as much as you were promised to begin with. And this is going to be a wake-up call for you. Sometimes we need those hard hits to realize, wow, like I really need to find something better for myself, because I'm not appreciated enough in this particular job. That's what I'm feeling for you guys. They're not going to, either they're going to tell you, yeah, you're getting half now or some now, and then in a few months you're going to get more, or they're going to find an excuse to pay you way less than you were anticipating to begin with. You're crashing your numbers. You're thinking, no, I should have made this amount. Why am I making this? So that's going to be the moment when you're going to think, okay, now I really need to do something about it. And even for those of you who are in relationships, with the Six of Pentacles, I'm feeling that you're the one who's always giving, maintaining the relationship, and the other person's not really appreciating you enough, valuing you enough. So start by, sometimes to make someone appreciate you, you don't necessarily have to have a disagreement with them. Just start by maybe slowly not doing the things that you've used to do, that they take you for granted for, and see if they notice a difference. And if they notice a difference, then you can have a conversation about how you've been feeling, or what's been going on. Okay, but start by slowly, just maybe, I know it can be a little bit passive aggressive, but you have, in order, some people don't appreciate you. You just take they might just take things for granted. They just think things happen. Okay, they just think, oh, they're used to having a warm meal every day. They're used to that, so they don't really realize all the work that goes into it. If they feel that way, then you should be the one who, hey, for a few days, stop cooking, see what happens, see if they notice, and if they're asking you, or they're trying to help you, or if they're trying to do anything else to change the situation, or maybe understand where you're coming from, or just make a change, or make a stand for yourself, especially in the last week. And this is, we started the second week with that Pluto energy, but it was in reverse. Now the Pluto energy is upright. Okay, with the Judgment card, you're gonna have a moment of like an epiphany moment, a moment of awakening, when you're gonna tell yourself, oh wow, now I can see things clearly for what they are. Okay, you will be able to judge yourself, take responsibility for your own actions, take responsibility for not have said something before, for not standing up for yourself, for not asking more from others. You know, sometimes we have to do our part as well, and also being fair to judge others as well. Okay, but this is a moment when it's finally gonna click. You're finally gonna have that courage, that energy to say, no, I need to stand up for myself. This has been going on for way too long. I need to change this. And this is the time, this is happening, the change is starting, and you feel reborn. Keep in mind, the Pluto energy is that phoenix energy, the bird that got burned to ashes and he was reborn from the ashes even stronger. The same way, taking that power back, having that faith in yourself that you're going to be okay, that everything is going to be all right. But knowing your value and saying, no, I deserve more than this, and asking for that, look, in a way, doing what you have to do to get to get that value, to get people to respect you, to treat you how you're supposed to be treated. Either that, and this is important, not just to keep the same job or to keep the same relationship. You need to have that self-worth, that self-esteem, even for a future relationship or a future job, because the same situation might happen again. Even if you try something new, if you try to work for another place, this whole situation might repeat itself. So knowing your worth, judging yourself truly and fairly, and judging others as well, it's very important to make that shift, to make that change. Okay, my friends, and what's going to happen here, what's going to really help you, it's also this crystal, this stone, garnet. Garnet is associated with January, so it's not directly associated with Taurus, but it's connected with your root chakra. It helps release blockage in your system, in your chakras, helps the energy flow better. It helps you feel secure, feel safe. It protects you. In ancient times, was used by it was used to protect people from poison or to protect warriors. There's legend saying that garnet was the gemstone that helped the person the person that wore the gemstone to kind of tell them about danger and make them, with their intuition, they could feel that there were danger coming and be safe. So it was a stone of protection, especially if you're traveling and if you're scared while you're traveling. It's a great stone for that as well. But connected with the root chakra, our root chakra is located in the very bottom of our spine, and is connected with our primal desire for security, for safety, and for survival. Okay, so the very first thing is safety. You know, make sure you're safe, you're surviving, and also food, the two basic primal instinct, and love and protection and feeling okay. And also is connected with our self-worth, self-esteem, that courage, giving us that warrior courage to fight for what we believe, for what we want. Great stone. In the card here, as you can see, this is a raw version. The polished version has a very beautiful deep red color. Looks like a ruby, but it's less expensive than a ruby. It's used in jewelry a lot, so having a garnet ring or necklace, it will be a great idea to use, especially if you have your own business and you have fear of or anxiety to make decisions and to make different decisions for yourself or for the business. It helps you with that as well. But if you can't find it in, or if you can afford that, and you can find it in just a raw version and just a small, even if it's a small piece, and you can carry it with you either in your pocket or in your wallet, it helps you, especially if you're going to interviews or if you're talking to people and you need that extra boost of confidence. It's a great stone to carry with you and unblock that root chakra. Another way to unblock your root chakra is also to be very active. If you've been feeling lately like you're not getting enough exercise or you're not as active, just move around, exercise, do things to always, keep your blood flowing. That helps as well. And from the Oracle of Love, the message for you guys is close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances and you currently find yourself in. So it's important sometimes, my friends, to be your own cheerleader. It's important to motivate yourself. It's important to take some time and talk to yourself. Not everyone has a great support system. Not everyone has a loving family who is always there for you. Not everyone has friends who are willing to support you, help you, guide you, be there for you. Sometimes you have to find that courage within yourself. Sometimes you have to be your own best friend. Sometimes you have to take the time and motivate yourself. Spend some time in nature. That's why we have this beautiful image of this girl hugging the trees. Spend some time in nature. Tell yourself, as difficult as your circumstances might be, hug a tree. Tell yourself everything is going to be okay. This is just a phase. Everything will change. It doesn't rain forever. The rainbow is gonna come back up. The sun is gonna shine again. This is just temporary. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be successful. You're gonna make your dreams come true. Just keep believing. Keep having that faith. Have that fire burning within you that keeps you alive. That keeps you motivated, that keeps you focused. It's very, very important. You sometimes you have to do that. You have to be that person when nobody else is there to cheer you up. You have to cheer yourself up. Listen to positive music, meditate, walk, exercise, run, listen to birds, listen to the wind. Just be in nature. That's the best medicine to get yourself out of this situation when you don't have that courage to make the change. And from the oracle, the astrology oracle, the message we have Aquarius. And Aquarius is the opposite of Taurus in terms of they're very cold, they're very distant, they rationalize everything, they like to be alone, they're the sign of rebellion, they want to be different from others, they love change, they love to move around, they love to travel. And the energy here is telling me that you need to apply some of those Aquarius qualities to your life in August, Taurus. Okay, so you have to have that rebellious spirit. You know, take some notes from the Aquarian book. Be rebellious, be a bit selfish at times. Think about yourself, don't think so much with your heart. Think sometimes with your rational part, and be a bit more cold, more distant. Don't be the person that loves and always gives. Be the person that takes a step back and waits for that love to be returned back to you. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Okay, you can't be an Aquarius, but try to apply some of those features, some of those Aquarian features into your life during this month. Okay, this is all the messages I had for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading and if it was helpful, please share it with other friends as well. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all your support. Thank you, and I see you next time. Bye-bye.